In a surreal and picturesque setting crafted by Rachel, Bam is guided through an ethereal landscape devoid of boulders, leading to a sky awash with stars. This imaginary vista, while breathtaking, serves as a backdrop for a poignant moment between them. Here, Rachel, amidst the serene illusion, makes the heart-wrenching decision to leave Bam. Despite his tearful entreaties for her to stay and not ascend the tower alone, she remains resolute. This scene captures the emotional gravity of Rachel's departure, marking a significant turning point in their relationship and highlighting her firm resolve against Bam's vulnerable pleas. In a private conversation with Bam's former guardian, Rachel insists on secrecy regarding her presence. She commands that her identity be kept hidden from Bam, arguing that their reunion would render them both vulnerable and burdensome to each other. This dialogue underscores Rachel's protective instincts intertwined with a deep sense of pain and sacrifice. She views their separation as a necessary shield against potential threats and challenges that could weaken their resolve and endanger their paths. The narrative introduces a whimsical yet frustrating element through an encounter with a sentient weapon that communicates selectively, preferring handsome men over women. This peculiarity adds a mystical and humorous twist, presenting a unique challenge to those who attempt to interact or wield the sentient weapon, thus enriching the story's magical realism. After Bam recovers from a deep, 5-day sleep induced by the toll of previous challenges, Kun provides reassurance and clarity about Bam's standing in the ongoing tests. He outlines the roles within the tower's tests: fisherman, spear bearer, light bearer, scout, and wave controller. Each role is crucial, serving strategic purposes in team battles, which Kun explains to help Bam understand the complexity and strategic depth of the challenges they face in the tower. As the narrative progresses, Kun addresses Bam's confusion regarding a recent sighting of a girl resembling Rachel. He suggests it was merely a case of mistaken identity, carefully redirecting Bam's focus towards the immediate tasks and his personal growth within the tower's formidable structure. Alone and contemplative, Rachel reaffirms her decision to distance herself from Bam. She rationalizes her need to lie about her identity as a protective measure to shield Bam from the harsh realities of their quest. This internal conflict highlights her deep emotional turmoil, where her affection for Bam conflicts with her duty to protect him from potential harm, illustrating the complexities of her character and motivations. The story then shifts to a tense and thrilling segment where participants engage in a perilous game on a platform. They must strategically use distributed needles to knock each other off the platform, testing their combat skills, strategic thinking, and psychological resilience. This game not only challenges their physical capabilities but also brings to light personal dynamics and rivalries, emphasizing the strategic alliances formed and the intense competition among participants. The layering of relationships and strategic gameplay within this context deepens the narrative, showcasing the multifaceted and high-stakes environment of the tower's tests. Jihad, revered as the king of the tower, stands as a monumental figure in the lore of the tower's universe. He is celebrated as the first man to conquer the formidable heights of the tower, subsequently establishing the kingdom where the story unfolds. His legacy includes the creation of the Princesses of Jihad, women granted a special boon by Jihad himself. These princesses, selected from various parts of the tower, hold no blood relation to Jihad. They are bestowed with his power under strict conditions that prohibit them from engaging in intercourse or bearing children, a measure taken to prevent the dissemination of their inherited powers. The narrative metaphorically describes the princesses as ornamental shoes in the king's showcase, valued for their beauty but constrained, never to be fully utilized or to realize their own autonomy. In a particularly gripping scene, a character confronts another about the familial breach of these strict rules. A princess named Anak is accused by another character of being the progeny of a princess who violated these terms, calling her existence the result of the greatest of crimes. This accusation sparks a heated exchange that underscores the complexity of their identities and the heavy expectations placed upon them. The dialogue reveals layers of resentment, defiance, and a struggle for personal validation within the suffocating confines of their roles. The princess's tale is interwoven with dynamic interpersonal conflicts and moments of intense emotional release. For instance, during an altercation, one princess refuses to save another, declaring her indifference by citing multiple other aunts as alternatives, which is both a literal and metaphorical rejection of familial ties imposed by their roles as princesses. This interaction culminates in a series of aggressive and painful exchanges, highlighting the fierce individualism that both clashes with and is shaped by their inherited burdens. Amidst these turbulent relationships, the narrative also explores moments of vulnerability and candidness. One character reminisces about a kinder time influenced by her mother, connecting her current adversarial stance to past kindnesses that once shaped her early experiences as a princess. This reflection is countered by another character's cynical reminder of the privileges that come unearned by birthright, sparking further reflection on the inequalities within their ranks. These princesses, despite their grandeur and power, navigate a world filled with intrigue, betrayal, and a constant re-evaluation of their loyalties and personal ambitions. Their interactions not only illuminate the personal costs of their roles but also reflect broader themes of power, legacy, and the harsh scrutiny of public and private expectations within the tower's society. The narrative weaves a complex tapestry of character dynamics, where each individual must confront their inherited fate, the legacy of their forebears, and the harsh realities of the power structures that dominate their lives. In the midst of a tense and electric arena, emotions run high as strategies unfold. One participant's frustration echoes loudly. "I am so pissed off," they exclaim, their anger filling the space. This is met with a cool retort that points out the folly in their opponent's approach, noting how anger causes him to attack indiscriminately, forgetting to hold back against less formidable adversaries. The confrontation intensifies as a rancor, feeling underestimated despite the arena's limitations on his powers, expresses his disbelief. "You know I'm a rancor, and you're still making light of me? You can't be serious," he argues. His frustration highlights the constraints placed on his abilities, which could jeopardize their ability to continue the test. Yet, amidst the tension, a teammate offers reassurance, appreciating the boldness of their tactics. Kun, ever the strategist, maintains his composure, discussing next steps with a calculated calm that stands out against the backdrop of the heated arena. "It can't be helped. We'll go with Plan B," he decides, prompting a playful yet mocking taunt from Quant, who offers them a head start, playing into their plans with feigned generosity. "I'll give you a 111-second head start. And I'll use the stairs instead of the elevator. Pretty big handicap, right?" As the teams regroup, complaints about the uneven distribution of team members arise. "They said they divided the teams evenly, but ours is clearly full of trash." Amid these grumblings, reassurances are made to a notable princess, affirming her value. Concurrently, Dorsey grows anxious upon noticing the absence of a teammate, mistakenly assuming they've secured an easy victory as she watches another teammate head for the elevator. Quant's methodical countdown pierces through the strategy discussions. 108, 109, 110. 111. Time's up. Places, everyone. The plan to delay Quant involves positioning lookouts and preparing for a confrontation that might extend for at least 5 minutes. Kun directs his team with precision. "If Plan B doesn't work out, lure their it to the exit for me," showcasing his leadership and strategic foresight. As Quant reappears after his mysterious disappearance, he delivers a stern lesson. "Remember this, the guys who are too confident in their strength die first." His prowess as a rancor is undeniable, and despite the participants' best efforts, his strength and strategic mind prove formidable. The aftermath of the confrontation sees Quant closing in on Anak, who is making a desperate dash for the bridge. Observers comment on the inevitability of Quant catching up due to his rancor abilities and Anak's predictable route. Yet, Kun remains undeterred. "Don't underestimate the blue turtle." "I'm sure he's got a plan," his teammate remarks, acknowledging Kun's strategic depth. In a dramatic turn, Kun's anticipation of the events leads to a surprise victory for Team A, praised by onlookers as a surprising comeback. Quant, furious and determined, vows retaliation, his frustration boiling over into threats. "That stupid blue bowl-cut bastard. I'll make him cry. I'll beat him to a pulp. I'll kill him. Damn it. But I can't lose." As the dust settles, Team A reflects on their underestimated strategies and the unexpected victory, acknowledging their underdog status against the seasoned ranker. Kun's team, chosen for their strategic importance, had a unique mission: to lose while leaving as many hints as possible for Team B, setting the stage for the next phase of the test. With Team B gearing up for their challenge, internal conflicts and strategic decisions come to the forefront, influenced by the outcomes and insights from Team A's efforts. As they prepare, Ho shares his doubts about overcoming personal connections to succeed, highlighting the emotional and moral complexities faced by the participants as they ascend the tower. In the tense atmosphere of the arena, frustrations flared as one contestant loudly vented their irritation, which was met with a dismissive response about their opponent's reckless aggression. Amidst this, a ranker expressed outrage at being underestimated due to arena constraints limiting his abilities, hinting at the strategic depth of their situation. Kun maintained a calm demeanor amidst the chaos, planning their next move with a clear head. "We'll go with Plan B," he decided, after which Quant mockingly offered them a head start, showcasing his arrogance and underestimation of the team's strategy. As the teams repositioned, there was discontent about the unfair distribution of team members, with complaints about the imbalance. Simultaneously, Dorsey grew anxious over a missing teammate, leading to speculation about her whereabouts and their implications for the team's success. Quant began his countdown, and the team braced for his approach, planning to delay him as much as possible to execute their strategy. Suddenly, Quant vanished and reappeared, delivering a tactical blow and highlighting the overconfidence of his opponents. Despite the team's best efforts, Quant's skills as a seasoned ranker were overwhelming, especially when he cornered Anak, demonstrating the harsh realities of their challenge. The team realized the gravity of their situation as Quant closed in on Anak, emphasizing the strategic depth Kun had planned for. Kun's strategic foresight eventually led to a surprising victory for Team A, praised by onlookers. However, Quant's frustration was evident as he vowed revenge, highlighting the emotional stakes of their confrontation. As the dust settled, Team A reflected on their underestimation of Quant, with reassurances about the ingenuity of their strategy, emphasizing that Team B would be hard-pressed to devise a better one. The realization of Kun's meticulous planning became apparent as it was revealed that Team A's mission was to lose strategically to provide Team B with crucial insights for their upcoming test. With Team B set to take their turn, informed by Team A's tactical outcomes, Ho pondered the ethical dilemmas of climbing the tower, expressing doubt about his capacity to betray those he had grown to like, thus underscoring the emotional and moral complexities involved in their ascent. Amidst a challenging and complex test within the tower, an unexpected disappearance causes unrest among the participants, particularly Princess and Dorsey. Despite their shared experiences as teammates, Dorsey claims ignorance about the missing individual, emphasizing his silent nature and limited interactions. The mystery deepens around this figure, known to be associated with Rachel, the elusive girl whom Bam has been tirelessly seeking. As the competitors gather for a communal meal in an attempt to foster some semblance of normalcy amidst the competition, the underlying tensions and strategic maneuvers come to light. It is revealed during the meal that the competition for advancement is fierce, with only a select few wave controllers poised to move forward. Bam stands out as a potential leader in this group, despite others willingly stepping back, highlighting the intense and often ruthless nature of the tower's tests. The dynamics within the group are further strained by the revelation of Ho's dangerous envy, which poses a potential threat to the stability and safety of the participants. This subplot thickens the plot, revealing the psychological and emotional battles that parallel the physical and strategic challenges faced by the tower's climbers. Outside the direct line of competition, other characters face their own struggles. Rack, often underestimated and belittled due to his physical stature, expresses frustration and seeks aid from Kun, who is unable to fulfill his request. This interaction underscores the limitations and roles imposed by the tower's rigid structure. The episode takes a poignant turn as Rachel's condition is revealed to be more severe than initially understood. Her inability to walk due to a stabbing injury prompts Bam to make a heartfelt declaration: he will abandon his own aspirations to carry Rachel towards her dream of reaching the tower's summit. This selfless commitment highlights Bam's deep affection and dedication, setting him apart from others who are primarily driven by personal ambition. As the narrative unfolds, the participants reflect on their recent experiences, grappling with loss, betrayal, and the harsh realities of their journey. They prepare for the implications of their choices, navigating the complex web of alliances, rivalries, and personal goals that define their paths. The episode culminates dramatically as Bam openly declares himself an irregular, a status that carries significant weight and consequence within the tower's lore. This revelation not only marks him as a unique and potentially disruptive element within the structured chaos of the tower but also sets the stage for future challenges. As Bam's companions are forced to choose between supporting his risky, rule-breaking ascent and preserving their own safety and progression, the stakes are heightened, deepening the intrigue and suspense of the series. This pivotal moment underscores the overarching themes of destiny, choice, and the heavy burdens borne by those who dare to defy the established order. As Bam and his allies face the looming challenges ahead, their decisions will shape not only their own fates but also the very fabric of the tower's mysterious and perilous ecosystem. In the intricate labyrinth of the tower, the administrator's enigmatic presence greets Bam, the irregular who had opened the doors on his own. Acknowledging Bam's unique ability to influence the course of their trials, the administrator, a mysterious entity with an unsettling appetite for challenge, offers Bam what could be his final opportunity to ascend the tower alongside Rachel. As they proceed, the director, tasked with overseeing the final test, outlines the perilous underwater hunt, a test not just of strength but of strategic survival. The test requires Bam and Rachel to transform into fish within a Shinsu bubble, making them targets in a complex ecosystem where net dolphins, barnacle goblins, giant wetworms, and the fearsome striped earth pigs play pivotal roles. Each creature has its unique part in this aquatic hunt, where the ultimate goal is for Bam and Rachel to be captured and then released by the net dolphins, ensuring their progress to the next level. Meanwhile, the other participants are assigned roles to protect the net dolphins from natural predators and competitors. The bull, a notorious creature feared even by rankers, looms as a potential threat, adding a layer of imminent danger to the already tense environment. The teams are briefed on their roles. Some are tasked with guarding against the deceptive barnacle goblins and their wetworms, while others prepare to fend off the disruptive striped earth pigs. As the test commences, strategic positions are taken up. Spear bearers take to the high ground, lighthouse bearers coordinate from strategic vantage points, and the scouts monitor enemy movements, all under the vigilant command of Kun, who orchestrates the team's efforts from behind the scenes. The complexity of the task is evident, with each participant grappling with the roles and responsibilities thrust upon them, underscored by a shared determination to not just survive but to ensure Bam and Rachel's success. Personal motivations and past experiences weave through the participants' actions, enriching the narrative tapestry. As old rivalries and alliances re-emerge, each character is forced to confront their fears, biases, and ambitions. The test becomes a reflection of their personal journeys, with each challenge faced under the water's surface mirroring the struggles they've endured within the tower's confining walls. As the bull makes its dreaded appearance, the test's intensity escalates. Tactical decisions lead to frantic skirmishes, where the strength and cunning of the tower's climbers are put to the ultimate test. Amidst the chaos, the deeper connections between the characters are explored, revealing the profound impacts of their shared experiences, the sacrifices made, and the secrets kept. The final moments of the test draw near, with Bam and Rachel at the heart of a convoluted hunt that tests the limits of their courage and the strength of their bonds. The surrounding teams, despite the dangers they face, rally to protect the duo, driven by a collective resolve that transcends individual desires. The tower, with its relentless challenges and enigmatic overseers, continues to test the fortitude and spirit of those daring enough to ascend its heights, setting the stage for revelations that could alter the course of their journey forever. In a mesmerizing turn of events, the testing arena becomes a battleground for control and cunning, as the game's complexity deepens. The echoing voice of Royal Enforcement Division Unit Number 67, who revels in the manipulation of a jihad princess, adds a chilling layer to the unfolding drama. Unseen by him, Princesses Yuri and Anak face an uncertain fate, swallowed by the monstrous bull, their situation dire and cloaked in suspense. The scene shifts abruptly to Rachel and Bam, who are enveloped in the luminescent embrace of Shinsu. Rachel senses a burgeoning power within, a feeling Bam mirrors, acknowledging the unpredictable nature of their environment. Their test reaches a critical moment as they are urged to end it swiftly, to kill and move on to a mundane normalcy of shared meals, a stark contrast to the violent task at hand. Amidst chaos, the scene is punctuated by vehicular antics as Rak, the towering figure, admonishes his comrades for reckless driving, adding a hint of levity to the tense atmosphere. The action intensifies with each participant grappling with their role, some with reluctance, others with a resigned acceptance of the grim tasks they must undertake. The narrative takes a darker turn as a defeated voice resigns to self-defense against a princess, underscoring the brutal reality of their world where royal blood does not guarantee mercy but invites treachery. In a moment of desperation, a plea for help echoes, revealing the deep vulnerabilities of even the mightiest warriors. Amidst the turmoil, Yuri Jihad makes a dramatic entrance, her authority and power undeniable, reclaiming the 13-month series swords with a casual ease that belies the gravity of the situation. Her presence shifts the dynamics, as her simple act of retrieval masks a complex interplay of allegiance and power within the tower. The test spirals into further chaos with creatures emerging unpredictably, plans unfolding with precision, and allegiances being tested. Kun's strategic mind orchestrates a ballet of violence and strategy, where every player is a piece in his meticulously planned gambit. As the battle wages, personal revelations and introspections come to light. The characters reflect on their pasts, their motivations, and the deep-seated reasons that push them to climb the tower. Each revelation adds layers to their characters, transforming them from mere participants in a deadly game to poignant figures of tragedy and ambition. The climax builds as the Royal Enforcement Officer, infused with malicious intent and lethal power, threatens the very essence of what it means to be a princess of jihad. The confrontation is not just physical but deeply psychological, challenging the very identities and loyalties of those involved. In the end, the test transcends the physical trials, morphing into a test of will, identity, and purpose. As allies and enemies are revealed, the true nature of the tower and its tests come into glaring focus, setting the stage for future conflicts and revelations that promise to challenge every fiber of the participants' beings. The tower, with its endless mysteries and brutal challenges, continues to be a place not only of physical ascension but of profound personal transformation. As the tumultuous journey within the tower draws to a close, Rachel and Bam face their most profound challenges yet, revealing the deep chasms and stark revelations that shape their destinies. Rachel, driven by a desperate desire to climb the tower and become a star, finds herself at a crossroads, her ambitions clashing violently with her past and her companion, Bam. The administrator, observing the unfolding drama, presents Rachel with a harrowing choice: to end Bam's journey permanently in exchange for the chance to ascend the tower. This offer, steeped in the cruelty and the ruthless logic of the tower, forces Rachel to confront her deepest desires and the dark lengths to which she is willing to go to achieve them. Meanwhile, Bam, ever the innocent and faithful companion, remains unaware of the looming betrayal. His unshakable resolve to protect and support Rachel blinds him to the darker currents swirling around him, illustrating his profound vulnerability and the purity of his intentions. The narrative weaves a complex tapestry of motives and actions, with each character pulled irresistibly towards their fate. Rachel, tormented by jealousy and a relentless drive for recognition, finds herself spiraling into actions that betray her earlier self, actions driven by the tower's corruptive influence. As the final test unfolds, the true nature of the tower's trials comes into sharp relief. It is not merely a physical climb but a profound moral and existential journey, forcing each climber to confront their deepest fears, desires, and drives. Rachel's actions, driven by a twisted interpretation of ambition, contrast starkly with Bam's purity and the genuine connections he forms with others. In the end, the tower changes everyone. Rachel, having manipulated and betrayed, climbs alone, her path marked by the shadows of her actions. Bam, reborn from the depths of betrayal, finds a new resolve, a resolve to climb not out of need or desire but to find his own truth, separate from the manipulations and expectations of others. This story is not just about the climb, it is about the transformation and the inevitable confrontation with inner demons. Each step upward in the tower is a step inward into the souls of its climbers. Rachel's journey up the tower becomes a metaphor for her internal ascent into the darkest parts of her ambition, where she grapples with the cost of her desires, the loss of innocence and the potential for great betrayal. Bam, on the other hand, emerges as a beacon of integrity and kindness in a world that rewards deceit and cunning. His journey is less about the physical ascent and more about his growing understanding of the complexities of human nature and the painful realities of trust and betrayal. As they ascend, the tower itself serves as a character, enigmatic, omnipotent, and indifferent to the fates of those within it. It tests not just their physical prowess but their ethical boundaries, pushing them to confront whether the end truly justifies the means. In the climactic moments of their test, the philosophical underpinnings of their journey come to the forefront. Rachel, faced with the ultimate choice, reflects on her past, her motivations, and the unspoken cost of her dreams. Bam, stripped of naivety, must decide what kind of person he wants to become in the face of betrayal. Their story encapsulates the eternal human conflict between ambition and morality, between loneliness and connection, between the desire for power and the need for love. As the tower looms ever higher, so too do the stakes of their personal evolutions, setting the stage for a continuation of their saga that promises even deeper explorations of their characters and the enigmatic world they inhabit. This is the story of Rachel, the girl who climbed the tower so she could see the stars, and Bam, the boy who needed nothing but her. Their end, and their beginning. As the curtains close on this chapter of their journey, one thing is clear: the climb is far from over, and the true test of their characters has only just begun.